Welcome back to the Juice Bar. Today, I will spill a few beans about the price Lil Kim had to pay for her relationship with the Notorious B.I.G. The Notorious B.I.G. and Lil Kim. These two were like fire and gasoline, creating a mix of passion, drama, and chaos that had everyone talking for years. I mean, we're talking about two of the most incredible talents to ever pick up a mic. It's a story that's as captivating as it is controversial, my friend. Their connection was filled with all sorts of emotion: anger, love, toxicity, you name it. And let me tell you, the music they made together, absolute gold. And no wonder it's still playing on repeat today. But it didn't end there. Lil Kim, bless her heart, paid a hefty price because of their relationship. Are you ready for some drama? If yes, then get ready to sip on some piping hot celebrity tea with Miss Juice. Although Lil Kim has never been open about her relationship with Biggie, now she's coming up with some real tea. And you know what? It's about time. We all need to hear the real story, the nitty-gritty details that have been swept under the rug for too long. A fiery love affair filled with drama, but not the kind you see on a reality TV show. We're talking about a relationship that was straight up toxic. Biggie had a reputation for having a temper hotter than a burning mixtape, and unfortunately, Lil Kim was on the receiving end of his explosive outbursts. He wasn't just dropping fiery bars on his tracks, he was dropping hurtful words and even throwing punches. Yeah, you heard that right. Biggie was physically and emotionally abusive to our girl Kim. It's like something out of a scandalous soap opera plotline. Kim has bravely spoken out about the dark side of their love story. She's shared how he would put her down, call her names, and even threaten her with violence. It's enough to make your jaw drop, right? And let's not forget the lovers' quarrels, my friend. Oh boy, when these two got into it, it was like fireworks on the 4th of July. Passionate, yes, but in the most chaotic and destructive way possible. They were like two fireballs colliding and causing a scandalous explosion. But y'all wouldn't believe it. Allegedly, Biggie once told Lil Kim that he would never unalive her. I mean, we shouldn't be surprised because it was a pool of hot mess from the beginning. Speaking of beginning, let's rewind a bit to make the record clearer. It's 1993. The streets of Brooklyn are buzzing, and Lil Kim is spitting fire on the corner of Fulton Street. Along comes Biggie Smalls, and boy was he smitten. He must have thought, this girl's got rhymes hotter than a freshly baked pie. Impressed by Lil Kim's mic skills, Biggie couldn't resist the urge to collaborate. He invited her to join his crew, Junior MAFIA, like a boss extending an exclusive invite to the hottest party in town. But here's the twist, my friend. We're left wondering if Biggie was simply impressed by her talent, or if there was a little something extra sparking his interest. Was it all about the music, or was he hoping to be more than just her partner in rhyme?
After I asked him, but I didn't know anything about them for this is probably at least a year and a half after we were together. So I didn't know anything about them. I didn't even think anything about them, to be quite honest.
Together, they embarked on a musical adventure that would make the charts scream with joy. Their debut album, Ready to Die, dropped in '94, and it was like a lyrical explosion that had everyone nodding their heads in rhythm. They were like a rap power couple, except their love story wasn't all rainbows and unicorns. I mean, if y'all don't know, Biggie married his wife while he was in a relationship with Lil Kim and allegedly many other girls. I mean, he was really going big, like his name. According to Faith, it seems that Biggie was pretty clueless about his own relationship with Kim. Can you believe it? The man who was caught up in the spotlight and drama seemed to be completely oblivious. It's like he was rapping in his own little world, totally unaware of the feelings that were brewing right under his nose. Faith spilled the tea, saying that Biggie never treated Lil Kim like he had any romantic interest in her. In fact, he seemed to be more interested in shouting and threatening her, like a rapper caught up in a heated freestyle battle. It's as if he had a knack for bringing the drama, but not the kind that would make hearts flutter. Now here's where things get interesting. Could it be possible that Biggie purposely kept his relationship with Kim hidden to protect Faith from heartbreak? Did he aim to shield her from the truth, creating a smokescreen of drama and chaos to divert attention? But not for long. In a moment straight out of a dramatic movie, Faith walked into a room only to be met with a sight that shattered her heart. heart.
When we were together, it always turned into a lover's quarrel or a lover's nest.
There they were, Biggie and Lil Kim, tangled in a web of intimacy that no one could have predicted. It was a revelation that ripped through Faith's soul, leaving her with a mix of emotions: shock, betrayal, and heartbreak, all wrapped up in one devastating package. You may call it karma, but Lil Kim did pay a big price for it. Now let's be real, Biggie was already a bona fide star when he and Kim crossed paths. The man was on top of the world, spitting rhymes that resonated with millions, so it's no surprise that Kim often found herself feeling like the other in their dynamic duo. As the whispers spread, Kim found herself thrust into the center of a relentless storm of judgment and accusations. People pointed fingers, labeling her as a home wrecker and casting blame for disrupting the sanctity of Biggie's marriage. It was like being caught in the eye of a scandalous hurricane, with public scrutiny raining down upon her. Can you imagine the weight of those accusations? The constant barrage of judgment and criticism? It's enough to make anyone want to retreat into the shadows, but not Kim. She stood her ground, refusing to be defined by the labels thrown her way. But she was constantly being abused by Biggie. In a move that shook Kim to her core, Biggie forced her to make an unimaginable decision. It's a moment that no one should have had to endure, a choice that no one should have had to make. He compelled her to undergo an abortion, a choice that carried profound emotional weight. But Kim also revealed that she knew the kind of relationship that they had, and bringing up a child wasn't the ideal case. In another instance, when Kim, armed with a burning suspicion, decides to confront Biggie about a shocking rumor. The rumor that he slept with her own flesh and blood, her cousin. Imagine that, because this seems like straight out of a wild soap opera.
Kim, at this particular point in time, this was the time when I'm thinking he Kim's sister.
Now, you'd think this confrontation would lead to some heartfelt dialogue, or maybe even an honest confession. But nope, Biggie takes it to a whole new level. He whips out a gun. Yep, you heard me right. He brandishes that firearm like a twisted power move, as if to say, "Don't you dare cross me." Talk about a scene straight out of a thriller. I mean, these are alleged suspicions, but with a track record of Biggie, it's absolutely possible. Now, there are those who argue that Kim's involvement with Biggie was driven by ulterior motives. They claim that she was attracted to his wealth, fame, and status, and saw this relationship as her ticket to the top. Some even go as far as to suggest that she suffered from a cause of Stockholm Syndrome, where she developed a warped attachment to her captor. It's a theory that ignites fiery discussions and fuels endless speculation. Critics question Kim's intentions and cast doubt on the authenticity of her feelings. They argue that she couldn't resist the allure of Biggie's success and deliberately pursued a relationship with him, knowing she couldn't possibly surpass it. Let's also consider the power dynamics at play. Biggie's larger-than-life persona and immense success undoubtedly held sway over their relationship. It's natural for an imbalance to exist when one partner is already a superstar, while the other is striving to make their mark. But does that automatically invalidate the depth of their connection? That's a question we can't answer definitively. But one thing is for sure, Lil Kim had to eventually pay the price of it all. I mean, we can only imagine how she would have been if she didn't have to deal with this big pool of toxicity in her life. Let me know in the comments about what you think of this video, and what is your theory about the toxic relationship that these two had.